Hey guys, Knight here, and as you've already seen in the title, today we're talking about 5 anime where the protagonist is betrayed and becomes overpowered or dark. And listen, I've got a quick favor to ask. Leave a comment on the video, just so YouTube knows you're not a bot and that you enjoy this type of content. It can be an idea for the next list, a simple "I'm not a bot," or whatever you want. Deal? Oh, and as always, the anime from the thumbnail is a bonus. It'll pop up at some random point in the video, so stay sharp to catch the name. And guys, help me hit the like goal. It's easy, just drop one like for every account you have on YouTube. Alright, no more stalling, let's get into the video. Alright, bro, to kick off our list today, we have Mao 2099. In this anime, you'll see a demon lord who lost his powers and becomes a streamer to get them back. But wait, let me explain what's going on here. A long time ago, specifically in 1599 of the Continental Era, there was a war between mortals and immortals. The mortals were led by the great hero, while the immortals were commanded by none other than our protagonist, the demon lord Veltel Velvet Velsvolt. After an epic battle, the hero managed to defeat the demon lord. However, 500 years later, the demon lord is resurrected and greeted by his servant, Machina. Naturally, being a demon lord, the first thing he does is declare his plan to conquer the world with Machina. But, plot twist, Machina informs him that the world he once knew no longer exists. Here's the deal. 80 years ago, a catastrophe occurred when Earth, a world from another dimension, collided with theirs, and the two fused into a brand new world. In this new world, Earth's engineering combined with magic to create Meiji engineering, which developed a magical device allowing anyone to use magic. As the demon lord adjusts to this new reality, he reunites with an old ally, only to discover he was betrayed by them. And with the changes in the world, his demon lord powers are now practically useless. Not only can the magical technology cancel his attacks, but his name has also faded from history, leading to a massive loss of faith in him. And here's the kicker, the more faith people have in him, the stronger his powers become. To make things even worse, the magical devices were specifically designed to suppress his abilities. So, the only way he can regain his strength is to become globally famous, rebuild people's faith in him, and reclaim his power. And that's where his journey as a streamer begins, gaining subscribers, making money, getting recognition, and eventually taking over the world. And let me tell you, the dude has serious talent for this. So, if you haven't watched it yet, give it a shot, because it's honestly a great anime. Now at number 2, we have Aritashuju de Sea. Here, our protagonist is a high school otaku who, during what seemed like just another ordinary day, suddenly gets summoned with his entire class to another world by a god as heroes. In this new world, a war is raging between humans and demons. As expected, the humans are losing and are even at risk of being wiped out entirely. So, what our protagonist and his classmates need to do is simple: exterminate the demons and bring victory to the humans. However, the protagonist is summoned with the seemingly useless ability of transmutation, which, as the name suggests, allows him to alter the shape of object. Because of this, he's bullied even by his own friends and treated like trash. During a training session in the Great Orcus Labyrinth, they accidentally trigger a trap and are transported to the 65th floor, where they are attacked by a behemoth. To help his friends escape, he uses his transmutation ability to trap the monster, but when he tries to flee, he is betrayed by one of his friends and thrown into the lower levels of the labyrinth. As soon as he lands, one of his arms is devoured by a monster, but he manages to escape using his transmutation ability. He only survives because he falls into a pool of sacred water that heals his injuries. To avoid starving, he's forced to eat monster meat, which causes him to undergo a transformation. This grants him enhanced physical abilities, turns his hair white, and allows him to use the powers of the monster he consumed. From then on, you'll watch him devour various monsters to improve his abilities and stats, growing stronger and stronger. Along the way, he meets a vampire girl who was also betrayed, and he makes new friends as the story progresses. Another amazing anime to check out. At number 3, we have Tower of God, and here in the world of this anime, if you manage to reach the top floor of the Tower of God, you can make any wish come true, whether it's getting a girlfriend, becoming a billionaire, or even becoming a god. Here, we follow a boy named Bam. Not that Bam, but this Bam. And well, for some reason I don't know, he was trapped in a hole with no contact with another human being, and no memories either, until a girl came along and helped him. Because of that, this girl became the most important person in his life. However, this girl left him behind and entered the Tower of God because she wants to see the stars on the top floor of the tower. So, he enters the tower on his own, which makes him an irregular. And you're probably not understanding a thing, but hold on, let me explain. Basically, there are two types of people who enter the tower: the regulars, who are invited by the tower, the door opens on its own, and the irregulars, who force their way in. Normally, every irregular is extremely powerful, but our little protagonist is mediocre, so weak that he can barely survive inside the tower. But that changes because, as he passes each test, he gets stronger, learns to use his abilities, and makes new friends until the moment comes when he gets betrayed, and goes from this to this. Night, you're spoiling it, man. You're telling me he gets betrayed. Bro, today's list is about animes where the protagonist gets betrayed, so it's obvious that at some point, he's going to be betrayed. Got it. Now go watch it, because this anime is a treat, with 2 seasons for you to binge watch all day. Well bro, this 4th anime is definitely the most messed up and the heaviest on this list, so be careful where you watch it. In the world of this anime, there are wars over territory domination, as well as a war against demons. Here, our protagonist lives in a small village and dreams of becoming a hero to give a better life to everyone in his village. Then, on his coming-of-age birthday, a mark appeared on his hand, branding him as a hero. A few days later, the magical heroine, who is also the princess, came to recruit him to defeat the demon lord. The protagonist is happy, right? He managed to become a hero and is heading to the capital, the most prosperous city in that world. Upon reaching the capital, they did a test, and he was designated as a healing hero. However, his healing is no ordinary healing. He can even reconstruct body parts. But it comes with a price, and that price is experiencing all the life experiences that the person had, which is agonizing. But the princess doesn't care if he's suffering. She just wants to use his power to heal her army so they can keep fighting and conquering more territories. What happens next is this. He gets drugged by her so he can continue using his healing ability. She will let people humiliate him, abuse him, and do all sorts of atrocities you can imagine with him. But he will manage to turn things around because his healing ability also allows him to steal the abilities of those he heals. With this, he'll find a way to travel back in time to take revenge on everyone who wronged him. Now, in the 5th and final anime on the list, we follow a guy who had a tough childhood, a troubled childhood, because he used to take a lot of beatings from his father, while his mother did nothing, and all he could do was apologize. Now, in the present day of the anime, during a school trip out of nowhere, he and his class are summoned to another world by a goddess as heroes, and the only way for them to return to their old world is by defeating and obtaining the essence of the demon lord. Of course, since they were summoned as heroes, they gained powers and can now use magic. The goddess takes a crystal ball to check their statuses and attribute. Normally, it's hard to even get an S rank on an invocation, but this time, something surprising happened. 3 heroes managed to awaken an S rank. However, when it was the protagonist's turn, he only got a rank E, with attributes capable only of inflicting status conditions like paralysis, sleep, and poisoning, all at level 1. Since he was the lowest rank, the goddess decides to get rid of him, claiming he would slow down the development of the other heroes. She sends him to the discard dungeon. Before he's sent there, he declares that if he survives, she'd better be prepared. And I know, man, you must be thinking, what a damn goddess. Upon arriving in the dungeon, he faces powerful monsters, but his status attributes turn out to be extremely effective against those monsters. He starts defeating every monster he encounters, leveling up and improving his stats. And basically, that's what you'll see, man, him getting stronger, finding companions he can trust, and seeking revenge. Well man, that was the video. Comment if you're going to watch any of these animes, if any of them caught your attention. I've watched all of them and liked them, but if I had to choose just one to watch again, it would definitely be Aritashuju. But now, leave a like, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet so you can keep getting anime lists. See ya, and until next time, bye bye.